Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today is the 21st of April, Friday. It's a weekly update, a few things I wanted to share with you. One, I've been working for the last week trying to improve the audio or visual quality of some of these videos. About a week ago, I was looking at one and I asked my wife to give me some input. And one of the things she shared was that the video quality was good, but the audio was okay. And that's probably the best way I can describe it, too. I wasn't really thrilled with the audio quality. And there's a reason for that. YouTube, as you probably know, uses its own program to translate what we say into words at the bottom. And I've noticed that better quality audio tends to give a much more reliable and accurate transcription. And I wasn't really thrilled with the audio quality on some of these. So I did a little shopping around and a little reading this past week. And I tried to find a microphone that had much better audio quality, so the transcription at the bottom of these videos would be much more accurate. I think I've found something. It took me a few days, and it took me actually several microphones to find something that worked. But the reason I'm sharing this with you, this isn't something we normally talk about during online classes, is how we teach. Spontaneity of teaching online isn't what it could be in a classroom. For many of you, you're probably used to being online learners. Online teaching is a whole other matter. But we teach our students how to be good online learners, but we really don't teach them how to be online instructors, which is so important because many of you, whether you go into academia or not, maybe some of you will work as adjuncts, some of you work in school districts will have to do some kind of perhaps online instruction. We really don't talk about those sorts of things in the classroom, informally. And I thought it was good to bring this up, that looking at some of the videos, I thought, especially the audio quality, it was okay. But okay really isn't okay. We should never become accustomed to the idea that we can just achieve some level of quiescent performance and plateau and continue on. As professionals, we should always be looking for ways to improve what we do. And for someone like me, who is not particularly adept at technology, I write with a fountain pen. Some of this is occasionally sometimes challenging. And it's especially the case for many of your faculty who may never have had an online class when they were in graduate school or college, like myself. So it took some work and some effort. And I finally found something that I think gives much better audio performance. And I'm a little happier with that because, like I said, the transcriptions will be much more accurate. And this isn't a matter of cosmetics. This really is an accessibility issue. For those who may have difficulty with hearing, they rely on those transcriptions at the bottom of the page. And we need, therefore, to do whatever we can to improve the audio quality in order to improve the accuracy of the transcription quality. And we don't talk about these things a lot, but sometimes it's important for us to do. And I wanted to share that with you, that this is a journey, even for myself. And I'm always trying to look at ways I can try and learn more and improve. And just an example that I think any of us might find relevant in our careers. As we're getting toward the end of the class, one of the things I wanted to talk about was the relevance of philosophy. How this is important, not just in terms of academics, but everything we talk about in this class that we've talked about over the semester has relevance if you have a solid understanding of educational philosophy. You're better able to interpret and understand change, how change takes place, and why change takes place, especially in education. It's also helpful in understanding people. We all approach life with our own lens, or our own viewpoint, our own filter. It always fascinates me how two different people can look at the same experience or phenomenon and interpret it wildly differently based on their philosophy. And it could be their educational philosophy, their religious philosophy, their social philosophy, their political philosophy. All of these shape the way that we understand the world. And if you can understand educational philosophy, you're better able to understand the frameworks, the attitudes, the viewpoints of your colleagues. There's a old Chinese saying I'm very fond of. Is probably something like this in just about every language. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in proportion. So if we do more listening and have a solid understanding of philosophy, educational change, we can learn a great deal about the person that we're talking with. By listening, we can understand their view of the world, the framework they use, how they interpret the world. This is also important professionally. Many of you will find yourselves in leadership positions. You'll be pressured to make decisions, allocate resources by different people having different backgrounds, philosophical assumptions. It's important for you to have a solid understanding of philosophy in order to understand the pressures that are being brought on you or the agendas that other people have in terms of how they may push and pull you. I've had a couple emails this week about people asking me about resources and references for your papers, asking if the resources that we use in class, the readings that we use in class are sufficient for the counter-argument. Oh, they probably are, but I really, really encourage you to go beyond the readings we use for the class in order to support your conclusions and your counter-argument. One of the things I talk about in the syllabus, for example, is using references that are most authoritative, not just most convenient. So really get out of just the readings in the class. Try and find something new that you haven't read before. Broaden your understanding, deepen your understanding, and really explore the literature that's out there. And even for those of you who are at a distance, you don't necessarily have to go to the library. If you can, I encourage you to do so. The library is the best resource. But you don't have to. There are plenty of sources, things you can find electronically, online, but I really strongly encourage you to get outside of the class readings. Use those to support your conclusions and your analysis. Finally, who wants some extra credit? Everybody loves extra credit. It's like getting something free. I always like something free as long as there aren't any strings attached. But next week, like this week, it's reserved purely for questions and answers. Next week, same thing. Would you like to earn 5 points, 5 percentage points, extra credit? Yes? Well, if you do, here's your opportunity. You remember at the beginning of the semester, you posted a statement of your philosophy of education. So for next week on the discussion board, if you would like to earn 5%, and 5% can make a big difference. It can make the difference between a B plus and an A. If you would like to earn 5%, post a revised philosophy statement based on your experience through this course. One paragraph, by the way, consists of at least 3 sentences. I think I've mentioned that before. Post your revised philosophy of education statement. Take a couple sentences and talk about how it's changed, why it's changed, and then respond just with a couple sentences, that's all, to someone else's revised philosophy statement. Now, if you happen to be the only person posting, and I hope you won't be the only person posting, and you don't have anyone else to respond to, that's fine. You get your 5%. But I would encourage many of you to take this as an opportunity just to shore up your grades. Think of it as an insurance policy. So post a revised, and this is purely optional, by the way. You don't have to do this. If you want, post a revised statement of your philosophy of education. Take a couple sentences to talk about how it's changed, why it's changed, and respond to one other person's statement with just a couple sentences. All right, then, let's see. Continue working on your papers. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Phone call, email, as I've said before, my favorite way is talking over coffee at Starbucks in the student union. I think that's about it for now. So have a good week, make good progress, and let me know if you have any questions, and I will be in touch, everyone. Bye for now.